Oh, baby, it's about time to finally average down on TSLY and some other positions. Let's go over the chart today and see how close we are to actually getting a great price point for some of our ETFs. This is my tactical stock scalper. All right. We're going to start off with SPY and the overall market. As you know, if you've watched my videos for the last few days, we've been looking for rejection here at the 50 period moving average green line. We finally got the rejection that we were looking for, and we were looking to go down to the $430 mark. We really don't want to see it get below the 200 again. We'd like to see it hit 430, kind of stay there, and then go about its way on up. So I will be looking to add to my TSLY and other positions. Let's go to Tesla. But as we look at the overall market, we got the rejection we called for, and it finally came. We just had to be patient. Looking at Tesla now, we called for a rejection at the $270 mark the last 2 days. We finally got it. Now, the question is here on Tesla, will we get support from the 20 period moving average or the 50 period moving average, or the $250 price tag on TSLA? We will have to see what happens there. But as you see, we're very close to those points, and I'll be looking tomorrow to see what the market does to possibly average down for my TSLY position. Let's look at TSLY. So to go to TSLY, if you know, I've been talking about I'm waiting for the $13.50 area to average down at. We're getting so close to that. Now, often stocks don't do what you want them to do. So we may or may not get down to $13.50. But if we get close to that, I'll go ahead and average down on my TSLY position. Now, you can't always bank on it hitting certain levels. So it's very hard to get to, to grab the bottom and sell at the top. That's very rare. We did do well down there around that $13 mark to average down a couple weeks ago. We made a video about that, about why I was purchasing there. What we want to look for, honestly, is a higher low, right? And what I mean by that, let's go back to Tesla. So if you see Tesla, we got a high there. We got a low right there, okay? We got a high there, possibly. Now, what we want to see here, if we want to see continued bull market rally, we need this to be a higher low. So what that means is we really want it to stop around $250 on Tesla so we can kind of break out of this downtrend that we're in. Now, currently, until it proves otherwise, we are kind of in a downtrend, so to speak. You see we have a high up there, and then we had a lower high there. But what we have forming here is a higher low. So we want that to continue. We want to make a higher low here on Tesla and then go up and break the $270 level sometime in the next 3 weeks. So averaging down, I think, is a really smart play to do here on your TSLY. And I'm just going to be a little bit patient here, see if we can drop down to that 1350, 1360 area, and that's where I personally will average down on TSLY. Now let's look at QQQY and the Qs. So as always, we're going to start looking at the underlying of QQQY, which is QQQ. Kind of the same situation here as you saw in some of the other markets. What we're looking for is a higher low to see if the market will continue to push higher in the future. We call for a rejection at the 375 level. We got it. Now we're going to look down here to see if the Qs will get support from the 50 period moving average and the 20 period moving average right around the $365 price tag. We want to see that kind of hold in that area to give us a higher low. Let's go ahead and look at QQQY now. And I will show you where I plan on averaging down. Going to the daily time frame here. I'm looking for 1860 to average down on QQQY. If we get there, that would be great. I'll go ahead and average down, which of course, as you look here on the daily chart, would give us what? A higher low, right? We have the low down there at 1840. We'd like to see it get rejection around anytime around this area. That would signify a higher low. And then we will go ahead and average in there to bring our average down a tad. But yeah, I'd like 1860-ish before I average in, just because, you want it to get a better bang for your buck by averaging down at the lowest point possible. Let's take a look at the VIX and see what it's going to tell us, what the market may do. So we look at the VIX. Let's go to the weekly chart here. We talked about how we got that rejection there at the 200 period moving average on the VIX on a weekly time frame. We wondered yesterday if we were going to get support on a weekly time frame from 16 and the 20 period moving average. We did. The VIX is now pushing back up. In order for the markets to really, really drop, it needs to get above this 200 period moving average, which is the purple line up there on a weekly time frame. If you want the markets to really go lower, we need to get above that level and stay above that level. Let's look at the VIX on the daily. Just like we talked about yesterday, we imagined the VIX is going to get some support here around the $16 level. We have a couple EMAs giving support. We have the $16 level giving support, and that indeed happened as we pushed ahead on the VIX. However, it hasn't been able to break out of the 200 period moving average on the daily time frame as of yet. We'll have to see what tomorrow brings. If we get a little bit lower in SPY and the Qs tomorrow, let's go back to SPY. If we get little bit lower around the 430 price tag on SPY, that would be the time to make your position and average in on some of your high yield ETFs. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.